Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to revise with our fourth chapter, sorting materials into groups. So in this chapter, we studied about what do you mean by materials and what are objects. So you already know that materials are something which helps in making up of objects or which help to make the objects. The materials can make the object, but object cannot make the material. So the definition of material is particular substance used to make object can be termed as materials. Now we saw that an object can be made of more than one materials and such on. Now we saw that why the sorting of material is so important. Now sorting of material is important because it helps us to classify the materials based on their properties and to distribute them in their groups. And it also helps them to differentiate them from each other. Properties of material we studied in this chapter. We differentiated the materials based on their different properties such as appearance, hardness, solubility, flotation and transparency. So first of all, we differentiated materials based on their appearance into shiny and dull materials. Now what do you mean by appearance? So the external features of any object, that is its shape, size, color, will be termed as its appearance. So it is your 1 mark. Define that what do you mean by appearance. So the external features of any object will be termed as its appearance. So appearance, two types of materials based on appearance, dull and shiny. Moving on further, we differentiated materials based on their hardness into further two types, that is soft materials and hard materials. Now, the materials which can be compressed easily will be termed as soft materials, whereas which cannot be compressed easily will be termed as hard materials. The third property that we differentiated material was surface. Now, surface, based on the surface, we saw two types of materials having smooth surface and rough surface. Now, these two types of materials, the surface of the material will also define the various properties of the materials. The first property, such as the reflection of light, we saw. The smooth surface of the material having smooth surface will reflect the light easily and in a straight path, whereas the material having rough surface will not reflect the light in a straight path. Further, we studied about solubility. So in solubility, we differentiated materials into two types, that is soluble substance and insoluble substance. So soluble substance are the substance which get dissolved into water completely, and insoluble are those which does not get dissolved in water completely. Example of soluble substance are salt, sugar, lime juice, vinegar, etc. Whereas insoluble are sand, oil, pebbles, chalk powder and others. We saw the example of sugar solution and sand in water. You can see that the sugar solution is very clear, whereas the sand, when dissolved in water, it gets settled down at the bottom. Now, we saw that the insoluble substance, sometimes it gets settled down at the bottom and sometimes it floats on the surface of water. Now, why this floats on surface of water? It is because of the density. So we studied density. What is density? Density, that is defined as mass per volume. The objects whose density will be less than water will float on the surface, whereas whose density will be more will sink. So based on density, the objects can be differentiated further as two types. One which will float on surface, whereas another which will sink in the surface. Lastly, we differentiated our materials based on the transparency. This property of material, transparency, that means some objects which will allow the light to pass easily, whereas some do not allow the light to pass at all. Now, based on that, the substances are divided into three types, that is transparent, translucent and opaque. So the first type, transparent material. The transparent material, it will allow the light to pass very easily. And examples are glass and window pane. Second type, that is translucent. These objects will not allow the light to pass completely, but it will allow the light to pass partially only. The example of translucent objects are butter paper, ice, etc. Lastly, we saw opaque materials. Now, what do you mean by opaque objects, opaque materials? These objects will not allow the light to pass at all through it, and they will be termed as opaque objects. Any object around you which will not allow the light to pass will be termed as opaque object. Let us summarize what we saw in this chapter once again. We differentiated materials based on the following properties. First one, appearance, into two types, that is dull and shiny. Based on hardness, we differentiated them into soft and hard materials. Based on their surface, we differentiated them as smooth and rough. Based on their solubility, we differentiated materials as soluble substance and insoluble substance. Then further we differentiated materials based on their property of flotation in water. Like the one whose density is less than water will float on the surface, whereas whose density is more will sink at the bottom. Lastly, we differentiated materials on the basis of transparency into three types, that is transparent, translucent, and opaque. So over here we are done with our chapter revision. I hope you all understood the chapter and knew it well.